I was looking through the YouTube comments and someone said, I've been in Limerence for more than 3 years now. I've been journaling to work through it all, but I'm not convinced that things couldn't work between us yet. So maybe that is why it has lasted longer than 3 years. Any advice? Hey, I'm Matt Sherman. I'm an INFP. I work with INFPs through coaching, hypnosis, and I've worked with over 100 one-on-one. And Limerence comes up every once in a while in our conversations when we're talking about love and relationships. And limerence is an intense emotional and mental state involving an obsessive desire for another person. So if you're an INFP and you didn't know the word limerence, now you do, and you're like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. So what limerence does is it allows us to experience this deep passion for other people, right? But it can blur reality if it's left unchecked. So what we need to do is we need to master how we use our emotions and what we do with limerence, and use that, clarity of passion that we get and make a choice. What are we going to do about this? So in relation to this comment, it's important to know that where focus goes, energy flows. And so if you're constantly focusing on that person, that is where all of your energy is going. And if that's okay for you and for them, then okay, that's good. But there comes a point where, is it really the right thing to pursue? Now, when I was younger, in high school, and was going through this limerence stuff again and again in many different forms, it was, I didn't have the ability to judge if it was a good choice or a bad choice. It was just this overwhelming emotion, this tidal wave of emotion, and undertow of emotion too. But when I got older and I was in more relationships, I had talked to more people, and I did feel really attracted to them and compelled to consume them, like bring them into my life, into my being, and merge with them. Usually that was not met with a good positive response. My metaphor at the time for a relationship was likely that, like a merging, like a parasitic merging. And I don't think that's what other people want in a relationship. I was talking to someone before, and I asked, what is being in a relationship like for you, metaphorically? Like, what is it like? And he was talking about ripping his heart out and being exposed and vulnerable and open. But if you think about that metaphor in realistic terms, which I suggest you do, you're holding this dripping, beating heart as you're dying and hoping that somebody else will take it from you. And it's like, I don't think that's what most people like. I mean, there are likely some people that do. So think about what your metaphor for relationships is. And just having a bit of awareness of it will likely shape and shift how you interact with other people. Like, oh, I'm being too exposed and open and vulnerable here. That's why it's painful. Rip my heart out. Heartbreak, maybe. And like I said, that likely is enough to help you make some different shifts and changes. And if you don't want to, if you enjoy the limerence so much that you want to keep doing it, then feel free. But also, if you've been stuck in this phase for 3 years or so, and you're still thinking about this person and journaling about them, well, my question is, have you talked to them? Have you interacted with them? What is their response? And maybe it's time to respect and honor their opinion and beliefs about the whole situation too, whatever that might be. Or have the awareness that maybe they're leading you on, because that might be a factor as well. Somebody who's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make this relationship happen, and they call you once a month or something like that. Treat yourself better. And one thing that you can do is pay attention to how you are over-identifying with the person or with that emotion, and externalize it. Journal to that part of yourself, the part that is responsible for limerence or obsessiveness or passion, whatever it wants to be called, like have that conversation with it. What do you want to be called? What do you do for me? Is this working out well? What do you look like? Draw a picture of it or get some sort of visual for it and have a conversation with it. You'll likely get some insights and then have a conversation from the perspective of the other person, the one that is being limerenced. Sounds like a horror movie. And see how they feel. Your mind is incredibly powerful. And as an INFP also, you've spent all this time understanding feelings and emotions and identity, and likely you've developed extroverted intuition too, which is that ability to, like, take it out, go through a portal, and jump into their perspective too. And you will likely get some incredible insights that can help shift and change your response. And so by examining the emotions, understanding the story, the narrative, the reasons behind these emotions and limerence and your passion, you can more easily choose a path that truly serves you.